What's going on, world? Today is all about shipping. I'm gonna show you all the different steps that your product takes to get to the Amazon warehouse, and I'm going to teach you all the different trade terms and what they mean. Make sure you stay tuned to the end. You're not gonna want to miss this. On guys, I'm Ecom Dave, and for those who don't know me, I am a six-figure Amazon FBA seller and FBA coach. This channel is all about entrepreneurship and obviously Amazon FBA. Today we're going to talk about shipping. I'm going to show you all the different steps that your product takes to get to the Amazon warehouse. Right? And I'm also going to teach you all the different trade terms so you know how to communicate with your supplier. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so the first step that your product is going to be at, it's going to be at your supplier's warehouse, right? When they have all your products ready, all ready to ship, right? Then they're going to send them to what's called an international port, right? You can either send them to a seaport or an airport over there in China, depending on which mode of transport you decided to use. After they're at the international port, then they're gonna go into a vessel, right? They're either gonna go on a cargo ship or an airplane, depending on which mode of transport you decided to use. After that, after they have arrived to the US, they're gonna go to a domestic port, right? This domestic port, it's in the United States, and then after that, these products are gonna go to an inspection warehouse and a prep warehouse, right? So the products can get prepped and inspected, and then transported to an Amazon fulfillment center, and that is when your products go live and are ready to be sold. Now, let's talk about all the different trade terms. Okay, so when you're talking to your supplier is going to ask, how do you want your products shipped to you, right? Now, EXW means X works. That just means that 100% of the obligation for the shipping is on you. Your supplier is only going to take care of manufacturing the product, and that's it, right? So that means that you will be in charge of picking up the product from their warehouse, getting it to the international port, getting it to the international port, and then once it arrives in the US, you're in charge of getting the product picked up from the domestic port and then taking it to the Amazon and then have that product taken to an Amazon prep warehouse. This way I don't recommend. It's a hassle. You have to deal with a lot of paperwork, right? You also have to deal with the taxes, and it's just a headache. And some people say do it because you would save some money, right? I don't recommend it. You're gonna drive yourself crazy. So stay away from EXW. Now, what FOB stands for, it means free on board. That means that you're splitting the obligations 50-50, right? Now, the supplier is only going to be in charge of getting your product to the domestic port here in the US, right? So this I recommend if you want to save some money. You can hire a freight forwarder here in the US that can pick up your product from the domestic port here in the US and take it to an Amazon prep warehouse. And now the one that I strongly recommend is called DDP. This one has zero obligation on you, right? Now it's a little more expensive, but I recommend it. You don't have to worry about anything, right? Your supplier is in charge of taking your product from their warehouse, right, to the international port, then from the international port to the domestic port, and then from the domestic port to the Amazon prep warehouse. So you don't have to worry about anything, right? So I strongly recommend you go with DDP, delivery duty paid, also known as door to door, right? So when you're negotiating with your supplier, right, you're gonna tell them, hey, how much is it going to be for you to ship my 500 or 300 units via air or sea via DDP, right? And then they're going to tell you how much it is. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I know it was a lot of information, so please, if you have any questions, just drop them on the comments below and I'll get right to them. Again, if you haven't added yourself to our awesome Facebook group family, please do so. It is at 120 people now. Wow, thank you guys so much. And if you guys are interested in joining my one-on-one coaching program, I am going to leave a link on the description below so you can apply to do so. All right. Love you guys. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next.